What's going on, my fried shrimp? It's your boy Austin here, better known as Glowl on the World Wide Web. And as some of you know, I'm a pretty big fan of Smash Bros. And they did announce that the Fighters Pack 2 would be coming out in the near future. There's been a lot of talk about characters that people would like in the games and characters that people think are going to get in the games. And that's exactly what this video is going to be. It's going to be my wants or hopes for the Fighters Pack 2 in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, of course, this is just opinionated. It's just a list of characters that I would like to see. Maybe some of them aren't as believable as others. Some of them aren't as cool as others. So that's all possible. But this is just opinionated. So if y'all don't agree, let me know who you want down below. And if you don't like any of these characters, I'm sorry, I like them, but if you don't like them, you can go ahead and tell me down below. That'd be cool, I guess. With all that being said, though, the very first character that I would like in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter Pass Pack 2 would be Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot at one point was a very popular game character who even rivaled Sonic or Mario or a couple other characters, but I feel like he would definitely be a good addition to the game. As soon as they announced that Smash Bros would be adding multiple DLC characters to the lineup, one of the first characters that popped into my mind as someone who I wanted was Crash Bandicoot. I haven't played every single one of his games, however, I do like him as a character, and I think he could be really cool utilizing his spins as his attacks and also his TNT crate. He could even use his yo-yo that you can see in some of his idle animations, but most of his attacks would be spin related, similar to Incineroar or Meta Knight. But personally, I think Crash would fit very well in the Smash roster, and I would be a big fan if they added him. I definitely think he'd be a fun character to play, and he would definitely get people excited to play him, I would suppose. I would think people would be excited to play Crash Bandicoot. Next up on the list, I don't know about you guys, but for me specifically, if I think about Crash Bandicoot, there is another character, another video game character that definitely pops up in my mind immediately afterwards. So we got Crash Bandicoot, and then next up is Spyro the Dragon. I was definitely a bigger fan of Spyro than I was Crash. However, I think they both fit very well. I do think Spyro would be really cool. He could dash, he could breathe fire, he could even glide around the stage like Peach with her umbrella. His smash attack could be him holding in his fire and then letting out a giant breath of fire coming out. He could dash forward, pick you up into the air, and slam you down. I feel like there's a lot of cool attacks Spyro the Dragon could have in this game. And personally for me, he would look great sitting alongside characters like Banjo-Kazooie, Mario, Sonic, Crash Bandicoot. If he was added in this lineup, I would be extremely happy about it. I used to play the Spyro games so much when I was a kid, and I would love to be able to play him in Smash Brothers. This next character I've chosen is from a franchise that has multiple characters already in it, and no, it's not Fire Emblem. It's not Fire Emblem, but it does have multiple characters from this franchise already in it. However, I do think that it would make a perfect addition to the game based on who he is and, you know, everything about it. My next pick is definitely going to be Urshifu from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sword and Shield is going to be getting a new update with some DLC coming up in the near future, where they will be introducing a new legendary Pokemon, Urshifu. As of right now, not much is known about Urshifu. However, we do know it's got a pre-evolution and it has a Gigantamax form depending on which version of Urshifu you get. But I definitely think adding a Pokemon from Sword and Shield into the Smash Bros. Roster would be a good and smart move to do. And why not add the fighting Pokemon Urshifu? Like I said, we don't quite know a lot about Urshifu in the Pokemon lore or Pokemon games at all. But I would think he would work kind of similar to maybe Ganondorf, like with his Warlock Punch, or Captain Falcon, or even Ryu. He would just be a fighter, and he would either swing water at you, or I don't know, he would just do a bunch of cool fighting moves. I would think, yeah, I don't know, like I said, we don't quite know a lot about him, but I think it would be smart to add a Pokemon from Sword and Shield into Smash Bros. And why not pick Urshifu? I feel like that's a pretty smart move to do, I would think. Next up on the list is probably the least realistic one, I think. I don't know. There's two of these in here that I'm like, maybe not. Well, actually, the last three here are possible ones that I don't think will make it, but it's definitely somebody that I would like to see in the game. Now, remember, this isn't a predictions. This is a wants list, so bear with me. But I would love to see Steve from Minecraft in Smash Brothers. I know that sounds kind of stupid, and I know it might sound like a joke, but it's really not a joke. I think Steve is one of my most wanted characters. Like, if I could pick out of any character, I think Steve is definitely one of them. It's obvious he would have a sword. He could have a bow. I mean, those are pretty basic attacks that he could just have. His down B, he could either throw a potion or drop some TNT, but I think potions would be a little bit more sense. He could randomize the potion. You could either do some poison damage, or you could heal, or it could just be any, like, literally any of the potions from Minecraft. It could be one of those. Similar to how Hero has an RNG factor in his down B, this would be like that, although you wouldn't be able to choose. It would just throw a random potion. Might help them, might not. It could poison them, could insta-kill, stuff like that. If not the potion idea, it could just drop TNT. That would also be pretty simple, similar to Link. I do feel like Steve and Link would work very similar to each other, how they'd have a sword, they'd have a bow, a bomb. And another thing I was thinking for Steve is he could have a gauge that would fill up, similar to, like, let's say Joker or Cloud, where it would fill up and he could either get enchanted armor, or maybe it would spawn a wolf next to him, or something of that sort. I would think enchanted armor, or maybe just armor. It would build up armor, and then slowly over time it would deplete, and maybe over time he would take damage and it would lose the armor. But like I said, I know Steve is kind of like a random character that I don't quite think will make it into the Smash Brothers universe, I suppose, but I do really like that idea, and I would definitely play Steve a lot. This next one isn't a character that I have played the game of in a long time, and I'm talking like a long time, but I do think Ratchet and Clank would be kind of cool. Ratchet and Clank, possibly. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how it would work. I don't exactly know what kind of moves he would use or anything like that. Maybe he could have like a wrench that he would beat people with, or he could have a gun that would just shoot the gears and everything like that. Not to mention he could have his grappling hook thing that would act as his up B or recovery per se. He could jump and down B and smash into the ground with his wrench, and I don't know. I think he'd be a pretty cool character. I'm trying to think of a character who would be kind of similar to, but I really can't think of any. I suppose he'd take aspects from other characters similar to like the last Fighters Pack did. But yeah, I don't really have a strong reason why I think Ratchet and Clank would be in there, but I think it would be kind of cool. I don't think I've seen many people say Ratchet and Clank in their list, and I don't know. Here, I'm saying it. I think Ratchet and Clank would be cool in Smash Bros. Will it happen? Probably not, but I'd be down with it. Alright, before we move into the last fighter for the final fighter pack, I do want to say some honorable mentions that I was thinking that would be cool, but didn't quite make my final list. Tracer from Overwatch, or Diva. Tracer or Diva from Overwatch would be pretty interesting. I know that Tracer was rumored to be a character in the first pack, but never made it. However, I don't think she'll make it into the second one. She'd be fun to play. She could zap around, zoom around, and everything like that. She has her gun, obviously. She could do like that whole rewind time thing, go back, everything like that. Diva, she has like her gauge that would fill up and build up a mech. She could shoot her rockets. She has a reflect for projectiles. I think Diva would make a better fighter than Tracer would, personally. But because Tracer's like the poster child of Overwatch, I think she'd probably get in first. But then again, you could also have Genji. I guess just here the slot would be an Overwatch character. But Tracer or Diva would be my go-to pick. Another honorable mention, which is another stupid one that won't ever get in, but I've joked about it on Twitter. I want a stack of Goombas. Like a whole ass stack of Goombas. You already got Piranha Plant, but there's no Goombas. And what better than a stack of Goombas? You could flail your head forward and you'd attack that way. Goombas could jump off. I don't exactly know how you control them. Maybe kind of like Pikmin. You could throw a Goomba and it would just do damage and like stick to them. Everything like that. I don't know. I don't know how it would work. It's a goofy idea that I think Sakurai would have fun with. Look, he added Piranha Plant. I feel like Goomba or a stack of Goombas could possibly work, okay? It could work. Some other characters that I think would be cool. Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight. I'm not going to say Goku. But Deku from My Hero Academia would be cool, but that's not happening. So that's just a joke, guys. I know it's not funny, but it's supposed to be a joke, okay? I like My Hero Academia a lot. And the last honorable mention would be Amaterasu from Okami. I feel like she would be cool. A nice little pup. that shoots fire and runs. Like I said, I don't exactly know how it would work, but it'd be cool. I would like to see her in the game. But yeah, so that's the last honorable mention. Now for the final character that I would like to see in Smash Bros. Possibly the least likely out of this list, other than, I mean, Ratchet and Clank. Maybe, probably is never gonna happen. This character might be a bit more because of how much it's requested. And I know I'm not the only one to request this. In fact, there's a lot of people who want this character in the game. But for the last fighter for this, I feel like they'd have to go big. It would have to be a really big character that would definitely get a lot of hype and attraction, because we don't know if they're going to add more characters after this. We don't know if this is going to be the last character. Hell, this is what? It would be close to 100 characters. I don't think it'd be quite there. It'd be 90 something characters. But I'm just going to go out and say it. Sora from Kingdom Hearts would be my last pick for this fighter pack. Now, because Sora is kind of a Disney character, he's the Kingdom Hearts is all with the ties of Disney in there. I feel like it's probably not gonna happen. But Sora's Keyblade, and he could do his, what the heck is that thing called, where he like glides with like his, I don't know. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in a while. But I know it'd be a really cool character to. I like the Kingdom Hearts universe, and I like the things, but I haven't played a game in a while. I know. Fake fan, because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, but I do like it. I like the world of Kingdom Hearts, and I think Sora would be a really cool character to have. Obviously, he'd be like kind of another sword fighter, so his moveset might not be that interesting unless there's stuff that I don't really know, but I feel like it'd just be a lot of swinging his Keyblade around. That'd be really cool. One of his skins could be Roxas. That'd be cool. But anyway, I feel like Sora would be really cool. I know that's kind of a lame reason. I don't got much to say about Sora being in there. I mostly talk about Urshifu because, I don't know, I like Urshifu, and I think I like Pokemon a lot. If you like my channel, you know that I like Pokemon a lot, so I know the most about him. But this is just a quick little list of characters that I would like to see in Smash Bros. I didn't want to go too, you know, this isn't a giant video. It's just it's a cool sit down video talking about characters that I would like to see in Smash Bros. And there you go, that's my list. Like I said, if you guys like this list, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you don't like it, well, then you can dislike the video. I was gonna say unfollow them, but don't unfollow, please. I need subscribers. It makes me feel good. That's all. But let me know what characters you'd like to see down below. Let me know if you agree with any of these. Let me know which characters you think that I said that are just stupid and you don't want in the game at all. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you hide your pump the like button. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching. Peace.
Thank you for coming by. Today was a really good day.